Hello. Hello. Okay, let's start off this today. Alright. So I got back on Funbook, by the way, which allows me to post a lot of weird information from yours truly, me. So I'm going to touch on the topic of Donald Trump's long term plans. I'm gifted with something I believe, anyway, that helps me in engineering, physics, building stuff, building electrical machinery and other crazy things I do and kind of known for. It's like this is true. Oh, this is not true. This is true. When I'm working with all these different things, okay? The same with certain humans. This is true, not true. It's, I don't know, how do you describe something like that? I don't know. I've always had it. Maybe I inherited it from my dad or whatever. I don't know. I get in arguments with doctors and sometimes professional people, but friendly arguments, of course, but it's not true. No, no, no. It's like a beacon of some kind or a light or a searchlight when I study things and people and other things. I had a lot of experience at Riverview because there was a section of Riverview that was called Colony Farm. It had a lot of psychopathic killers on it. And working with David Steele, a TV repairman, I was his assistant. We'd go into these places and I would see things. I've seen a lot of things, huge amount of things. I saw something very dangerous one time when waiting for the Robson Street bus. Some criminal guy grabbed the police officer's gun out of his holster, and I ran over there, grabbed the gun, and put it back in the holster of the police officer. And anyway, long story. Probably mentioned it before. But again, back to when I was thinking about studying Donald Trump, like I studied Adolf Hitler and his psychopaths. Very dangerous stuff, and Donald Trump is extremely dangerous. I know how he works. He looks at it this way, future, and back. Well, if I attack and go in and wiggle around in the Supreme Court, I'll have immunity and all this kind of stuff. He works on that, thinking about it all the time, of course. And his long term plans is not really for president. He wouldn't be able to hold that noble job. His long term plans are much more advanced, way into the future with other people. And now he's got hooked into Elon Musk, who must be pretty damn stupid. Probably is, but most of these characters are. And his long term plans are, if he gets into being president, of course, he's got other plans which will shock you. Because he looks at everything. That's how he got where he was, where he is today, before. He doesn't give a flying F about anything except himself. And anything he says, it's a direct opposite. Not true. Look at CNN's latest news broadcast on him. One of those reporters. I forget his name right now. It's quite, but well, it'll come to me anyway. So if you're gonna vote that fellow in, you've been mesmerized by his language and lies and that. So a lot of people are stupid or dumb or not aware of anything. Unfortunately, it's sad but very, very true. The he could he could be a mass murderer. Maybe he is. No, I don't know. Who knows? But it'll be the end of the USA if you get him into power. He'll be dealing with his friends in other countries for sure and making deals and getting to be the main king of the world kind of attitude. And make lots of money. That's what he's doing. So he must be brought to justice. That's why I watched Glenn Kirshner and his observations of the Donald. But yeah, the Trump doesn't care about anybody. They're all basement dwellers, as he admits. And luckily, some of his staff over time reports this, that we're close to him doing his dirty work. The Michael Cohen, who is doing his dirty work, spent jail time, but spilled the beans on him as well, plus others. So I'd be very leery about this whole adventure with Donald. If he doesn't get into office, most likely he will be imprisoned. Let's hope so. A good psychopath should be locked up. But I said I have this kind of ability to know what's true and what's not true, and doing many different things besides humans. A lot of humans talk bullshit, like, World Trade Buildings, and all that nonsensical gibberish. It's all BS. What's really true is exactly what happened, okay? So you got all these lunatics. I shouldn't call them lunatics, misguided people going on a little rampage talking about stuff. Like the Twin Towers, airplanes can't crash through steel and all this stuff. They forget about ballistics and speed and weight and foot tons. Bending the steel, yeah. Well, how come a bullet can go through steel? Did a 50 caliber Browning round go through an inch of steel? It's only going at what, several thousand feet per second. How fast does light travel per second, huh? 22 caliber goes through things. Speed, ballistics, energy. Okay. Don't bore me with thermite and all this other silly nonsense. What's true is true. Scientists I met, I know were very true people that knew their stuff. And Ken Shoulders, Dr. Roche, and many others I know, Dr. Coons. So a lot of really super intelligent people out there that are fun to be with. And there's other people that are fun to be with as well. The whole psychic, the whole human thing is fascinating. As I said before, one of the best Christmases I ever had was with a homeless lady out in the park on a bus bench. I don't go for all that fluffy, weird stuff, but it's entertaining, but kind of boring. I like real reality and real stuff. Find that amongst all walks of life, rich or poor. I found poor people, they were kind of weirded out, and poor people that were very super to be with. That's the same with millionaires. I found Daniel Seidel Flam, a raving lunatic. He was a billionaire. Not a millionaire. And then I found another millionaire who was very friendly and very helpful, and we're so good friends. Best friends, actually. And it's the way it is. Okay? Okay. So, I just wanted to talk about this, the warning against a raving psychopath. And I've seen raving psychopaths, and one famous one is Robert Pickton, who kills roughly 70. Really, he did kill 70. They could only find a few deaths related to him, but I didn't know him, but he gave me the chills up my back when I seen him in West Baker's store, military surplus store. His brother, Dave Pickton. I'm dealing with a webmaster who is a psychopath as well. He was, 107 convictions of extortion. Adrian Elliott Stone, wanted by the police, $5,000 reward. He put up a website on me, HutchinsonEffect.ca. And he used a PayPal thing. He got money donations and all that. So if you're wondering where your donations went to him. This is years ago. I think just after the Beyond Invention TV show aired, I got these feelers that just tell me, ooh, this person is trying to do this. Or he's going to try and get something out of John. Ooh. Yeah, it's interesting, this whole can see things, oversee things. It's weird. It was very helpful in doing stuff. Hmm. I've always, I wonder if my dad had all. I think so. My granddad. Scottish. I'm wearing a Scottish kilt today. But yeah, I know I do engineering that's really solid because I know things fail. Should have been an engineer or something, I suppose, or a detective. I make a good detective. I found all kinds of weird things. Just this little, whatever it is, I see over. Hard to describe it. Like this person's real, yeah. Or this is going down. Did you know that Donald now wants to get rid of a vice president? See, that's another sign. With the Elon Musk connection, that's another sign. His connection to North Korea and Russia and all the other connections. He had hundreds of connections. Anyway, don't vote for the right person. Don't destroy the USA. Right, right. Okay, so um, what else should I talk about, huh? Should I do a stretch with my kilt on? Why not? Show off those chops. See, I'm very open about this kind of thing. It doesn't bother me. Cause I know it's all unique and real, right? Right. See, people don't have to hide their emotions and what they really think. You know, it's natural, really. I suppose there's religion and God stuff. I'm gonna do a stretch just to show off my kilt. Where am I gonna be there? Oh, we should put it up a little, like more like that, I guess. So we got a good view of Johnny's chops, and kilt, right? Right. This doesn't bother me at all. I never was programmed to be religious. I studied psychology today and life extension, so plus many other things. Let's see. Are we in focus? Kinda. After this video, I gotta go to work. Getting ready for delivery of a huge magnet. So what do you think about kilt? Aye, Captain. Ah, 9 feet, high, huh? 9 feet 6 inches. Maybe up higher. Oh, we should open the door and do a stand. This is machine shop. Ooh, I love the smell of machinery. Hey? Yeah, I gotta get down to Petaluma. Really showing off my body today, aren't I? Oh well. We all got our little things. I do a lot of work in here on the different machine tools, and then I got there's two of these, by the way. Next door is the armory. Contains the cannons and artillery guns and all stuff like that. I like well-made things. Okay, let's take an example. Hi, John. Whoops, where am I? John, would you like an AR-15 or World War II? I go World War II. To me, an AR-15 is a very lethal, but a piece of garbage. Made of aluminum and plastic. I don't call that a gun. It's just a deadly piece of junk. I wouldn't want one. No character to it. Made of aluminum? Come on. I hate that metal. Really, I do. Made of fine steel and precision. Like an AK-47. That's a firearm. Or a Browning 50. I own a 50. 40 of those things. Unfortunately, I sold them at an auction. I thought I was going to move to Germany and sold all that stuff at Triple B auctions. As seen in one of my videos, okay? But, I like such things as vintage, heavy, well-made, old-time guns, you know. Remington Rolling Block. Austrian Wurndl, Snyder Enfield. Cannons, artillery. Like I said, I like heavy metal. This is heavy. No, wow, was it ever heavy? It's a gear reduction. I'm going to make my power-driven, hand-operated power hacksaw. So, I just went off sidetrack again. I always do. Guys, I was taught to use free association in my psychological treatment. Was basically relaxation exercises and diet. I got since birth had an anxiety syndrome. Agoraphobia, which kept me out of that out there, which is great for me anyway. Born with it. As well as neurotic tendencies like, I don't know, white coat hypertension thing. My mind is too aware, okay? I can't handle marijuana. It takes that to another level, and I have to take a Xanax or two to bring my normal resting levels back into focus. But I can't smoke this stuff or do drugs. Cannot touch them. The only thing I do is aspirin or Tylenol. Basically, sometimes when I feel off, I'll do that. But then I don't even like the effects of Xanax, but I do have to take it. Do I really? Well, I've been working my way off of it. I've been on it since 1970. Valium, then to Xanax, but used to be a lot of it I took, but I don't take it that much anymore. Oh. Who's watching these videos? Oh, I'm sure there's always a lot of good people, a lot of crazy people, and a lot of probably Secret Service people and other people. After all, somebody said they keep their eye on me. It's right on record. It's on record. I copied it on my YouTube clips. The statement I copied. The radio show I was on, and somebody was talking about it, and remember me attitude. Well, that's okay. That's good. But I should shut up. I wanted to talk about what I talked about, and we'll go from there. Okay? Great.